To the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, we humbly invoke for your divine guidance, divine love, divine blessings, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine health, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. Okay, today we will start the class with some doubts that people have asked. Since Hema is here, we will start with Hema.
Yeah, hi, Smita.
Yes, Hema, you had a question, right?
Yeah, so before a few classes, I was asking that about when you were talking about truth. Na, I was asking. I'm upstairs saying telling my mother-in-law that I'm working, and she is doing the home chores. So you also mentioned that this is right only because instead of doing the chores, I have to clean up myself. So this is right in this sense. So this is okay. And I was mentioning that there are few issues about the maid. I was having a maid, and my mother-in-law was not okay with her, and we stopped her, and somehow some like that things were going on. And now my mother-in-law only got a maid, and she's also coming for more than 2 weeks now. Uh, for me, even from for a long time, I have this problem, Smita. Like if they come, no, the maid, if they come, they will what they will think by looking at us, see how nicely they're having food. I mean, they are not fortunate enough like us, so that is always disturbing me. And more than the maid, when her daughter, who is of same age of my daughter, is coming, their conversations, how what that child will think of us, and also I'm also not able to treat them equally. Also, that is also not possible. Even if I apply whatever, that stage is also not there for me. So that is always disturbing me. So you mentioned that that be blessed is helping me a lot. If I'm seeing any such people, I'm even if at home also, if I'm not able to help anybody, I'm also not suffering for others. I'm just saying be blessed and moving on. But still, in this case, what is the right and how I have to take it that I'm not able to, take it.
See, when you say be blessed and all that, we are actually not saying that, thinking that, oh, somebody has less, so if I keep blessing them,
Um,
they'll get more. It's not about that. Whatever is happening, whatever is happening around you is happening according to the way it should supposed to happen. Let's say
mm,
it is going on perfectly. Everything is going in perfect order. But can I see it as perfection? I can't see. I'm thinking that, oh, they have less, I have more. So who has a problem here? I have a problem
mm,
because there is some filters in my head
yeah.
through which I'm not able to, let's say there is some block. That if the let's say the information flows through that block, it is now getting altered to see something as wrong. That is the
Mm,
majorly the problem with all of us. The problem says that creation is creation or whatever is happening in front of us is perfect, but I can't see it as proper, which is my problem. So when we do any sadhana, whether it is be blessed, whether it is gratitude, whether it is puja, anything, we are not able to accept God's creation or the way things are functioning as it is. So please help me see it as is versus through my filters.
mm,
Please help me detach from my filters, is what our prayers are always about, or our intentions are always about. I may continue to have those blocks forever, but I may not choose to function through those blocks. It's like, let's say you have one pipe with block, one pipe without block. I'm just
mm,
saying that let my information flow through a pipe without block. Let there be nothing flowing through the block with the pipe. So that does that mean that we are
mm,
breaking the pipe that with blocks? No. That will also exist. This will also exist. But I will choose to operate with seeing things as it is.
mm,
So when we look at people and maids as having less, it means that we are also judging them. So that means I
mm,
am coming from a place of judgment saying, oh, if this person is working like a maid, it means that she has less. And if I'm, for example, you may also go work for an office or a company, then why are you going working? Then you may think, oh, I have less, which is why I'm going and working for somebody. There is always, even a CEO is working for somebody else only. He's working, it's like everybody is participating in a one ecosystem. Unless we all coexist and work for each other, there is no way things will actually stay in balance. And people who have come as maids, they have come as maids by their own soul's choice. Like if you look at Gita and all of that, God himself has divided all of these things, all of our let's say jati, into Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. They are not based on birth or anything. These varnas are based on attitudes of the mind. If somebody is very service minded, they are majorly working like Shudras. That doesn't mean that Shudras are bad or Shudras are low or less or something. It means that that is a way in which they choose to serve God. In this, how you choose to serve God, there is no distinguishing thing at all. There is nothing like one is less or one is more. It just says that this is going to be your duty because you chose this role for yourself. As a Shudra, if a person is choosing to serve God through service, and if he is doing that service as an action for God, for the happiness of God, he's self-realized as a Shudra only. He may not know puja, he may not have spent time sitting and doing bhakti or anything, but if he has the reverence towards his own work, and if he is not expecting anything, whatever is coming to me as a salary or something is God's blessings, and whatever I'm choosing to work is for God's happiness, so which means I will not leave any stone unturned to do this service. That is what he's thinking. And similarly, if a person is choosing to do business as a Vaishya, and if he's doing everything, let's say, very ethically from that standpoint, not expecting anything, but whatever is coming as profit or something, he's keeping enough for himself and he's giving off the rest again to the community. So many things like this in each profession, whatever duty they are doing is chosen by that soul. We should never pity anybody. Just because there is a beggar rather begging for food doesn't mean we need to pity them. We need to be compassionate for the role or for the tough role that they have chosen to serve God. So we need to only pray that may God give them all the strength to withstand that role, because we think it's tough. It's not easy to survive on the road or survive being a beggar or something. It's tough. But they've chosen that role. As a soul, they've chosen to come in that form. They've taken that body, they've taken those situations. It's all a conscious decision. So we need to just rather give them that kind of support, mental support, blessings, or whatever you can call it. So when you look at your maid and think that, oh, she should not see me eating my food. Yes, there are so many people I've seen in my own family, many people don't. But over a period of time, I did not come with that mindset. Rather, I didn't like when I see my in-laws and all of that, they don't eat food in front of maids and all that because they think, oh, we are choosing. Even my own mother never used to eat fruits. She used to eat fruit breakfast, and her entire plate used to be full of fruits. So she never used to eat in front of the maid. She never used to eat in front of her friends, and her friends used to always keep coming to her house. She used to always feel very, what do you say, very uncomfortable to eat this much in front of everybody. Or so, irrespective of anything, if you feel like that, why don't you just give two fruits to her or three fruits to her and send every day? That way, you will also learn the habit of giving. Yes, if you feel you have abundance, the only thing that you have to do is give. Doesn't mean that she has less, not for that, but to celebrate your abundance. You can just choose to give every day a little bit of what extra you have. Like that is why I started practicing that giving whatever. Some days I give fruit, some days I give vegetables, some days I give let's say somebody has given me a chocolate that I don't eat or something, I give that chocolate also. So like this, whatever I have in excess, I just give it off to her, to that maid. For the last few years, I've been practicing that. Sometimes I notice a lot of these abundance blocks while giving, and we see the block saying, oh yeah, there is this banana, but there are only 4 bananas. Maybe we need that banana for ourselves for tomorrow's breakfast, and I may not choose to give. So these blocks will show only when we start giving. In that area, you will see blocks for yourself. So, like that, when a maid comes to your house, you should only think that she is a POSE who's just coming to show you your own obstacles to self realization. They are all same. Your mother in law, your maid, your husband, your children, everybody is a pose. Some may give you extra messages, some may give you less messages, but some may give you, like what messages maid is giving you, your mother in law may not give you that message. But they will keep giving you messages, and everybody's objective is to show you your obstacles. So if she's showing you your obstacle, know that you have a sense of lack and at least judgment.
Mm.
But what can you do about it? You can only acknowledge and say, oh, she may not be poor or anything. That's her choice of living. But she has shown me that I have this block. So yeah, it's my problem. It's not her problem. So you should not, that should not stop you from rather judging her again and again. Yeah, that judgment is because I have my filters. I have my blocks. So ignore it. Ignore it, that's all. So if she sees you eating and the child judges you, it doesn't matter. It is their choice of life, and you can't just give to people and make them equal to you. They will never become equal because everybody has their own choice of life that they've chosen, and according to their own karmic imprints and the lessons that they have to learn, they choose that role. And it is not bad if you see somebody suffering or something like that. It is not, you should not feel bad for them. You should only ask God for more strength so that they can learn whatever lesson that they need to learn from the role that they've selected. Let them become successful in whatever they've selected. Instead of saying, oh, let them get money, let them get food, let them get. What will they do with all that? Will that help them learn that lesson? Only in that lack, they are able to see their own doshas. So everybody chooses a role for a certain purpose. There is nothing like bad or good, less or more. So you don't have to pity anybody. You just live your life. Let her live her life. You just focus on what is the messages she is giving you as a pose. And you observe those imprints within you and then just reflect on it. That's all. Don't say, oh, I don't like this within me. I don't like that within me. We have already practiced that for years. That's why it's already like that within us. So what can you do about it? You can't throw it away. It is like I had sent one. I don't know whether you've seen. I had sent one Instagram post in which there was a video of a mudman. This mudman, right? I had sent that. In that, he's made of mud, but he doesn't like that mud. He's trying to remove all the mud from him and he's trying to throw, but whatever mud he throws is now dirty on the ground. It's dirtying the ground. But here, his mud is again getting filled up. Automatically, that mud, more mud is, it's patching up. Here, let's say if there is a wound and that wound patches up, no? Something like that, it is patching up again with mud only. So finally, he'll do something or the other, all kinds of circus. He'll try to, oh, I wish I had a mop to clean the floor, because with the hand, if I clean, again the floor is becoming dirty. So the mop will also come. While he's mopping, he'll realize that his leg, wherever he stands, also is dirty. Somehow, finally, he'll stand on the mop. And then he'll realize that, oh my God, I can't move out of this mop because my expectation is everything has to be perfect within me. Everything has to be clean. Inside me, outside me, everything. So then he'll hope that he'll have a gloves, he'll have one pant shirt so that he doesn't dirty the floor in many, many ways. But with all of that, he's not happy because he'll always find that there is some other problem. So a person who wants to find a problem within themselves or others will always find a problem. Let's say they will say, okay, if I get this, then the problem will be solved. Let's say God hypothetically gives them that. They'll see one more problem. Oh, if to solve this problem, if I get this, then I'll be okay. That also will come. Again, they'll find a problem. So this finding of problems will become infinite loop. Why? Because that dosha of seeing a problem is within them. They will never get over it. So they should just acknowledge and say, oh, this is a problem with me. I can't remove that problem from me. I am so attached to that nature of mine, which is why it constantly keeps happening. So I just have to ignore. I don't have to water that part of me. If I don't water it, will die. Watering means paying attention to it, feeling for it. I don't like it. I like it. All of that attention, if you give, then you're like watering that part of you. Don't water. Ignore. It will keep shouting, it will keep screaming, it will keep giving you all kinds of thoughts, feelings, emotion, all that will come from that area. Ignore. Just be chill. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, you're dancing. Okay, fine. Something is happening. So when you ignore it, someday it will just keep shouting, 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 and someday it will become silent. So as long as we are reacting to whatever is within us also, no, it will keep growing. So ignore whatever you feel, because, and tell yourself, teach your mind or teach your ego that when you say, oh, ayo papa, she's getting like this, she has this, when she sees me eating fruits, I think she'll feel bad. No, I eat fruits, I eat vegetables, I eat so many things in front of my maid. I give her also. But I don't give her not because I should fill up that guilt feeling that I have that I'm eating more. It's not about that. I'm just sharing whatever I have, that's all. I can't bring her up to whatever my level is. Whether it is money or whether it is whatever it is, that is their life. Even if you give them money, they'll not become like us, because it needs so many qualities, it needs so many kind of thoughts, it needs so much of education, it needs so much of punya karma, so many things will make a person who they are. She has to earn it in a genuine way. Then only that soul is going to grow, that jivatma is going to grow. How can we just pull off somebody from their cocoon and say become a butterfly? You can't do that. It is not right. So making a maid, feeling bad for a maid is actually wrong. It's her chosen life. And if you see that she's expressing that feeling of I don't have, it means that it is she's showing you about your own nature that I don't have, I don't have. Even if she expresses it, think that, oh, I'm hearing it because it is something that is within me. She's trying to show me that I have it. So it is more like always trying to see what is this telling me? What lesson am I learning from this? Even if you don't understand the lesson, no, just stop watering the plant. Did you get the message?
Yeah. It's clear, Smriti. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me just open the other questions.
Smita, 1 second.
Yeah, Kirti.
So in this case, Hema can just, when scenario like this present, she can just say, be blessed or do some mantra or prayer, give it to the main mentally, and just leave that thought as it is.
Yeah.
Every
If I
time
feel
that
like
thought
she's,
pops up,
yeah,
she keeps saying the same thing.
every time it pops up, ignore it and tell yourself, this I'm feeling like this, and I'm feeling that she's less, because it is a block of looking at somebody with a certain perspective. And that perspective makes me feel sad, which means it's a limited block. It's a limitation that is within me. So yeah, I need to overcome it. So which means I'll stop watering it. Ignore. That's all.
Yeah.
Means you're not going to react more about it.
Yeah, when the child was there, I was about a bit confused, like what I'm doing is right or wrong, how I should be. I mean, I know.
Typically when, let's say, you and your maid's child is there and you're serving your food to your child, and you can ask him or her, do you also want to eat? Then you can serve them.
Yeah, we served the, I mean, I gave the food also, but still the conversation that the child had with the mother. So maybe,
Amma, I don't have, what was the conversation?
no,
Yeah.
no, her mother was telling, yeah, they don't eat junk, they eat this kind of healthy food, like that they were talking. And
Let them say that is our choice. Yeah, that is what we want to do.
yeah.
You don't, that doesn't mean that you can say, this is bad, that is bad. Because she may not be able to afford whatever you're affording, no? So you can just say, yeah, this is the choice that we are making. That's all. You can just say you want
Yeah.
it. You like fruits. You don't have to educate her about fruits or something unless she asks for it. Amma, why are you eating fruits? Is fruits good? Why do you always eat fruits? Don't you feel hungry? If she's curious, if she's asking those questions, then you can educate her. But when there are so many times we try to educate people saying that, okay, this is wrong or this is right, based on our understanding. We may say, but over time we'll realize that it has not gone into their head because they never wanted it in the first place. So in that sense, like for example, we are majorly on vegan plant-based food. But in my family, my extended family is not on plant-based foods. I don't like when they come home, the child eats all kinds of plant-based foods in our house. But she doesn't know why we are eating unless I am teaching her or unless she asks for it. Why should I teach her? Why should I ask her if she's not asking me those questions? If she asks me those questions, then I will tell her. Which means God made that pose, ask me that question. Which means then it becomes my duty to respond in the right way. Why should me egoistically think that, oh, she needs this education because she's on some wrong path? Why should I judge her path? Tomorrow, if they have to go plant-based, tomorrow they will go plant-based. So when we are coexisting in the same house, but I don't, like, for example, let's say I'm serving her food. She says, Dodama, feed me curd. I feed her curd only. I don't really say, do you want plant-based curd? It's good for your health. I don't say all that. It's a choice of life that somebody has chosen. Tomorrow, when that awareness comes, they will also go to some other choice. We don't have to judge them for their choice. And no choice is good or bad. It is always chosen by them because some trigger is there from that food also for them. Because that there is a matching frequency of emotions or belief systems or something within them. So because of that match, some experience is coming to them. So we can't judge it. That matchmaking God has done for them. We are focused only on what is match made for us. So if she's asking, yeah, they don't eat junk food, you can just say, yes, we don't eat. Why you don't eat? Then all the conversation can happen. But there also it should be like, we believe that this is what it is, which is why we choose this food. We believe. In my opinion, this is what it is, which is why I follow this. Because of your belief system only you follow something, no? You can say, this is because of my belief system, I follow this. Every belief system has its own reasons, has its own thing. There is no up, there is no down or something. Okay?
Yes, that's clear. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So let me just start.
Mithra,
This is
can I
Hema.
ask a question?
Yeah, Kirti.
I wanted to understand between free will and surrender.
Okay, free will, the only free will we have is between reaction and response, that's all. We don't have any other free will. You can respond or react. And we react based on our own nature. Svabhava. Our own nature. Hi, do you also want to hear?
Do you also want to hear? Yes, I think
You
she
also
would like
take
to.
one of the phone earpieces from Amma and you also can talk to us.
You also can talk to us. That's what Smitanji said. Okay. So you listen to what she has to say. You can ask your doubts later. Okay.
My child eat in the class.
You can eat in the class.
So it is more about that swabhava. Based on that, we are constantly reacting. We have not still aligned to divine nature. So which is why that reaction part of us is constantly happening. The response part of it will eventually happen as our what do you say, knowledge and other things start coming. We will start to align with the knowledge and apply. Then that knowledge will get converted to wisdom, which is very personal to us, is called wisdom. Knowledge, which is personal to us, is called wisdom, right? So when that wisdom happens, you'll obviously apply that wisdom and then you'll keep living your life that way. So then reaction has become response. That is the only free will we have. So based on that only, that karma is basically accumulating or dissolving. And when it comes to surrender means it is again coming from a place of knowledge sometimes, or a place of practice also, where you are aware that I am nothing. I am nothing and I have nothing in my control. Let's say I want to respond, but I'm still reacting. That is also not in your control. So what is, like, literally nothing is in your control. Even that reaction and response, what we call is free will. Yes, we may choose to do that, but the meaning of free will is that. But there is not much freedom if you actually see, because that is that there also you're operating based on your current consciousness, your current awareness. And how are you getting all that awareness? Based on the cleanliness that you have within your personality. How much of, let's say, the baggage is heavy, the reactions are also going to be heavy, because the attachment to so many of those cages are more. So more attachments, more reactions, more heaviness, more sadness, more misery, all of that. So less attachment to those cages. See, cages are not going anywhere. Limited beliefs, good beliefs, bad beliefs, all kind of beliefs are still going to be within us only. But what am I still going to continue to keep protecting that, water that cage? It matters. So there only free will is there. Am I still continuing to operate? Let's say now you got the awareness that, let's say, whatever is happening in front of me is because of whatever I have within me types. But will you still choose to continue to keep protecting it? There you have your free will. See, if your goal has to be clear. Do I really want happiness within me? Do I seek the divine within me? Because that is the only state of pure happiness. I want happiness, but I'm trying to run away from that happiness. So the free will is that. Surrender means it's a mental attitude or a mental readiness to be okay with all kinds of outcomes. This is also okay for me. If that happens, that is also okay for me. That is also okay for me. That is surrender. So if you're in surrender, you're not being anxious for any outcome, no? Because you know that whatever is coming is God's will. And that it's not like God's independent will or something. It's more about, for my nature, this is important, which is why He's giving me these experiences. That is also based on my karma phala only. Based on my karmic imprints, all these are coming to me. It is not like God is like, oh yeah, I don't like this person, so I need to just keep giving her all of these problems. It's not like that at all. It is very customized, that it's a customized approach to whatever has to come to you is coming to you. And who decided what is the right thing to come to me? God decided. Why? Because I have asked for these experiences. I need those experiences for me to learn those whatever lessons, to understand where my attachments are. So it is more about, see, surrender is all about allowing things to happen the way it is, assuming that it is the best for me. But if I am trying to resist it, control it. It is my ignorance because I'm thinking that I am in control. But the wisdom is to understand that I'm not in control. How will that come? How will that wisdom come? Only when knowledge first has to come to you. Knowledge, let's say, has come to you, what to surrender, this, that has come to you. But only if you apply it, only if you, let's say, allow things to happen and then watch. Oh my God, I allowed this to happen the way, I mean, I didn't show any resistance or reaction. I allowed all the outcomes. I was okay with all outcomes this time. I was not having a preference for any outcome, all that. Then surrender will, that nature, see, it's like once you understand how surrender works and the beauty of surrender, the way God works when you are in surrender, it's like you will not choose to you will not choose your to try to control outcomes, because that imagine that if you love your child, you'll want to give your child the best experience. But there are times when you'll still want them to study because it is their tests and exams and all that. Yeah, studying for tests and exams is actually hard. They'll have to sit, they'll have to, like, maybe so many things will happen. It's a uncomfortable state, but still you will allow them to go through those discomforts, no? Why? Because you know it's for their best. So God allows you to go through your uncomfortable periods because He knows it's for your best. But the child also should reciprocate that kind of respect, that my parents are doing all this for my benefit. If the child disrespects the parents, has no respect for what the parents think for their what anything, then the child will not reciprocate in that same way. The child will always fight back. It will not understand the intention of the parent. So we are also not understanding the intention of the parent at all, which is God. If we understood that intention of the parent, then obviously we will also be in that harmony with the parent and what they say and all that, no? Only when there is lack of respect for God and His creation, which is called Nastik, which is Astik and Nastik, which is non-believing, non-believership, or whatever you want to call it, right? Not believing in God. We may say we believe in God, but then we may not actually follow any of the principles. So that is also actually non-believing in God only. So because of that, there is disrespect. And because of that disrespect, there is lack of acceptance of whatever happens the way it happens. So many of these things are all connected. So when you see this in your children, you should also think that that is also in you. So yeah, it's a journey. Eventually we will work on it. So that is surrender. So I hope I've answered your question.
We deal with this one as a concept I understand. Where I'm getting stuck is everyday decisions. We take about 1,000 or 10,000 decisions a day. So I'm still trying to
See, when you
integrate.
take decisions, you take your decision based on what you think is right.
Okay.
But after you take, let's say you say, I'll go with this. This is how work has to be done. Let's say, for example, if you're a dentist, right? You let's say, oh, I need to, let's say, go through root canal for this, for example. That was your decision. Why do you think root canal was necessary? Because of XYZ facts or whatever that is in your head. You went, oh, is this right? Is this wrong? No, that was based on your knowledge. You have decided that this is the right thing to do. But what happens after the root canal is none of your business. Those are outcomes. Oh, my patient was happy, not happy. My patient should be happy. My patient should not be happy. He should not have these complications. That is not in your control. You should be okay with everything. You should say, okay, yeah, if he's not happy also, okay. God, that was your blessings. Because there also I have some learning. Why? Because I had a preference. You'll know all that. So typically your growth is in doing your duty and finding the joy while doing your duty. The joy is never in the outcome. Outcomes have never promised joy to anybody.
Karmanyavadikari.
Yeah. So your joy is in only in the duty, which means if you're taking the decision, you took your decision based on the knowledge you had. And who gave you that knowledge? God only gave you that knowledge. You can't compare your knowledge to somebody else's knowledge, compare your decision to somebody else's decision. No, you took the decision based, let's say after 1 year, oh, why did I take that decision? Maybe it was wrong. I shouldn't have taken that decision. That also you can't judge because then your knowledge was different. Now your knowledge is different. So you can't go to guilt mode also, then also. So at any point in time, whatever you go through, and whatever consequences that come, you are in acceptance of that also.
Now, it's about not about cases and all of that. Everyday decisions. What about the fear of decisions? Like every decision I make, there's a lot of fear attached to it. So
Why is
somewhere,
fear attached to it? Because you are having a preference of certain outcomes. You have a desire behind, oh, I want this to happen in a certain way only. If it doesn't happen in a certain way, then this is the way it is going to come to me. But I don't want to face it. I don't want to face. See, it is about facing certain experiences. You don't like it. That is where surrender comes. Say, it's okay. I will face it for you, God, because I know you're going to be happy with it. If I have to go through this, if I have to walk through fire if it makes you happy, so be it. I will do it for you. That is the attitude of surrender. Because if something is coming to me, it is more like a prasad. You can't be choosy about prasad. Whatever comes to your plate, that is what you deserve. And yes, we may have preferences for certain outcomes. It should be like this only, it should be like that only. We may like certain outcomes because they are comfortable. But that doesn't mean that other things are not part of the syllabus. You have to be okay with that also. Like let's say in a typical relatable situation, if you are in a class let's say you have 5 subjects. All the 5 subjects have to be studied for the exam. You may like math, you may like science, but you may not like Hindi or Kannada or English. They're because they are languages. You have to write a lot or whatever it is, maybe the reason. You still have to go and study for it because if you don't study for it, you can fail in that and you'll end up being in the same class. So every single outcome is a part of the syllabus. You can't be choosy about it. You have to accept that today or tomorrow. And life will force you to accept it, which is where you should understand that you are not in control. Anything that you don't like also has already happened to you, right? Just because you like it and you don't like it, do you think you have controlled it? No. That is why humility comes. Oh my God, I'm not in control. I can accept it today and be happy and understand surrender or enjoy surrender, being in surrender, or I can fight, and somehow, someday life is going to teach me. It is going to thrust and force whatever has to come to you anyway, whether you like it or not. But if you are getting it by force, which means your karma is also getting added up because you've not learned your lesson yet. So you need to allow everything to happen. It's okay. Let's say today you die. And you wanted certain things to be in your house in a certain way. Let's say mugs have to be here. People have to pick up let's say, trash from here to there. People have to keep their plates in the sink. All these small, small preferences you have and you are like upset about it and all that. Today you die. Let's say now you die. Can you control anything? Do you think you have changed that behavior just by constantly telling them? Today, tomorrow, if you've gone to vacation, they will be the same person. Which means you have not influenced them in any way. Why? Because you are so obsessed about them changing. So that is the point. So God wants you to stop being so preferential. Because that is a block. So let them be whatever hooligans or whatever they are. Let them be not very disciplined. It's okay. You can tell them. That doesn't mean that they will change. Tomorrow, If it comes from inside, no, then they will stop putting rags on the floor. You can tell, but don't expect them to change. That is the free will. Expecting or not expecting is your choice. You can choose to go and get more karma, or you can just say, oh no, I'm stopping my accumulation of karma here itself by allowing life to go on the way it is. It's a conscious choice. What I want to do. It's like God is like saying, okay, based on our desires only. If I desire to be a person who wants to keep accumulating karma, he will help me accumulate karma. That is where the energy of God is within us. It's not basically saying you are wrong in this way. He's allowed us to go play whatever you want. You want to be a Ravan, you be a Ravan. You want to be God, you play God. You want to be a Rishi, you play Rishi, be Rishi. He's not stopping us in any way. That is where God's divine energy is coming to us. How we want to play by it is our choice. So surrender is more about allowing things to happen the way you want, because tomorrow, with or without you, life will still continue to be like that only. You can't control life. So this non-controlling aspect of life is very important that we'll have to learn. See, you may have certain ideologies. It's a trap. It's a trap. How can you make other people get aligned to your trap? They are trapped in their own ideologies. It's not possible. You have to get out of you're attached to that ideology. So you need to get out. It is what life is showing you, that's all. You won't be stuck to anything. Trust me, you won't be stuck to anything in future. What you've learned, what you believe today will no longer be yours. You will be detached from that by force or by knowledge. Someday you'll be pulled out of it the way you got pushed into it. It's a part of life. So I'm just saying, just flow with life. Flowing with life is surrender, that's all. Not having preferences is surrender. And believing that everything is also good, happening nicely for me is also surrender. Okay? Yeah? Yeah. Thank you, Kirti. Yes, Pavitra?
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Can I ask now, or you are addressing the questions in the WhatsApp?
No. I am addressing the question. I am still coming to the questions in the WhatsApp.
I have a doubt, ma'am. Like, this is something related to what Hema was talking. This is related to pride also. So I'll narrate an incident. Like yesterday, I saw a fellow mother. She's a neighbor, and she's telling that I was waiting for my son who's coming from school around 3:30, and she told me that her children's school is getting over by 4 or 4:15. At that moment, what I felt, oh, I'm fortunate that he'll be home by the time. This is a simple thing because I took pride that my children come early. That is what it happened. And today I receive a message from school that from August the school timing is getting changed to 4 o'clock in the evening, so he'll be coming home by 4:30. So I was like connecting these two. Is it really connected, or how
Don't
to
connect. Don't connect anything. In this moment, in this present moment, some new thing happened. In some other present moment, some new thing will happen. Don't at all connect anything. If you start connecting, we are making cages. See, it's again a cooked up story, no, that we are making. Oh, yeah, see, I saw this, maybe it is all connected, maybe, all these maybes will start adding up. And these are called cages. Like this only, we made so many cages within ourselves. And these are called belief systems. This is how we have got so much of baggage within us. So after knowing all these things, don't make more. It's okay. Oh yeah, fine. Oh, I thought about it. Oh yeah. Just be curious about it. Just look at it. Just look at. Oh my God. This is what I did. Oh, I had pride. Huh? I had this. I had. See, I'm coming. It's just more about a child's curiosity, but not concluding to a cage. Not concluding with another belief system. Just talk about it, you can think about it, you can reflect on it, you can introspect on it, but doesn't mean that you will again say, maybe this happened because, don't analyze it. Take it as it comes. In that moment, this had to happen, that's why it happened. In this moment, this had to be shown to me, that's why it was shown to me. And all I can do is accept it and move on. The same pride might come to you in a different intensity in future. Take it as a new moment. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me see what is this. So the discomfort, what we feel, either small, is this, who's this? Okay, let me see from the group itself that I understood. Suganya asked me one that I saw. Manasa, hi ma'am, I want to know about self-love. Is it accepting me as myself? I don't get answer for this, ma'am. After here classes, I overcoming my negative thoughts nowadays, ma'am. I am in improving day by day. Sometimes I have questions. Loving me, is it being selfish? Think about me. See, self-love, not self-love. It is very difficult to understand all of these concepts. These are all, I think, hyped up, what do you say, too much of too much of terminologies or too much of analysis that has been done on ourselves. In my opinion, I just think that just keep applying the teachings of the class. That is more like a duty-minded attitude towards life versus thinking that, see, ego will always want to think about me, mine, am I happy? Am I in self-love? Am I in this? Am I in that? Forget about that. What has to be given to you? What has to come to you? How much ever has to come to you from life will come to you based on your own karma. Why should you worry about it? Because even if you worry about it, it will not change. So instead, if we change our focus to what is my duty? My duty is to, let's say, do this work as a mother, as a daughter, as a this, as a that. And then if you do the duty, how much more better I can do? How much, let's say I'm given some work or I'm supposed to do some work. How much I can make that better? They've asked, some expectations are there out of that work, but how can I add more to that and make God happy through that work, where I can make a difference? It's like, let's say you love somebody, you're cooking something nice because they like some food. Don't you think that I need to make this so tasty that they actually love it? So you're making that food so that they become happy, no? And why are you so obsessed about making them happy? Because you love them or because you like them. So there is that attachment towards them, no? So develop the attachment for God. So when you develop that attachment for God, then any duty to any person, you are eventually it is going to God only. So then what will you do? You will just focus on doing your duty. Then this self-love, this love, that love, all that will not work. It will not. Don't break your head about self-love and all of that. When you just keep thinking about God, no, ultimately when you become that God, self-love has already happened. Today, if you think I am this body, you are not the body. So what is the point in going behind self-love for the body when you are not even that self? So when you don't even know who you are, why to even focus on that self-love and all of those things? Because that self itself is not understood. But you know who God is, no. And you know God is within you. At least you know, at least you believe that God is within you. So work for Him, work for His love. That will eventually translate to understanding what is self-love. Because that will, as you keep working for, when you say I'm working for myself, it means that you are applying the teachings of the class. That is only called self-love. You're working on self-love when you are pleasing the God that is within you. And pleasing the God that is within you doesn't mean that it is ego. It is more of doing the right things, enjoying your job, finding joy in the job, doing the job to the best, without having any expectations from that job, without doing it for your selfishness. When you're doing that job for the love of God, or even if there is no God, let's say you have that work ethic. Some people have a very good work ethic, no? They have that if you're given some work, if you're giving some work to them, whether they are doing it for God or not God, they do it perfectly. There is so much of what do you say, shraddha when they do that work. That is what is more important. So develop that attitude of giving your best to that work, whatever you're doing, without any expectations from what is this going to return back to me. Drop that part at all, because God has never told you that fruits are going to make you happy. That happiness is not at all there in the fruits of action. We assume that it is there, which is why we are running behind it, but it is not there at all. That the treasure is actually in the quality of work that you put in the duty. So the duty is the service to God. The duty is self-love. All of that gets activated only in that work that you're doing, in any role that you play, in any work that you do. Give it your best. That's all. Be happy with it after that. If you've done everything for that work and you've done all of that, no, you will get the best result. But we are not working for the best result. We are working for giving our best. I hope the difference is understood. So don't run behind self-love and all that. Just do this part, applying the teachings of the class for the love and happiness of God that is within you by doing your duty. See, when you do service in all the roles that you have, no, just do that service to the best. Nobody means the God within you should not be able to say that this is where I did not give my best. Be like that. You should only think. For example, let's say you did some service for expecting some result from somebody else. So all that if you have not done, but you've done it because you wanted to just enjoy that satisfaction and all of that, then whole thing is like already blessed. It's like work is worship, they say, no? This is what is it is. Work is worship. Worship is not puja and all of those things. So for many people who there was questions from people where they said that I don't have time to sit and do puja, I don't have time for chanting, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for God in general. For all of those people, work should be worship. Okay, you're sitting with your children, you're taking care of your young children, you're taking care of your family, but are you seeing that work as worship? If you are not seeing that work as worship, don't think that your puja is also going to be worship. Even if you go and find time for puja in between all of this, and then offer flowers to God, offer this to God, offer chanting to God, it doesn't work, because ultimately you have not learned that any work is worship. So a person who is thinking that serving my children or serving, let's say, bathing little children, being busy with them, rather they are playing around you. If you're not in alignment with many things, but you're running towards something else, you'll not be happy here also, you'll not be happy there also, because you've never developed that attitude to worship this work also. So how will you develop that attitude to worship the puja part of it? Because that is also work only, no? As a bhakt, you are now sitting in your puja room doing some XYZ job only. a bhakt is doing certain jobs or certain rituals or whatever, right? There also there is no worship. So the whole point is, in whatever role you play, as a person who is sitting in your puja room, some other role, in the kitchen you are playing some other role, in with your kids you are playing some other role, when you are alone you're playing some other role. In all of these roles, if you are able to give your best without any expectations, that itself is worship. I told in the beginning of this class, right? When when people were the jatis were formed, that is, four jatis were formed, or you can call it castes. It is not the caste system that we have now. It is more of the varna system. So in that, when I told about people whose attitude of service were there, they became shudras, and that doesn't mean that they are bad or they are low caste or something. And in those days, those people were more service oriented. So their work itself was worship. So all of these varna systems were more about not forcing a person to become like a Brahmin who's studying the scriptures, who's constantly doing yajnam, and who's already constantly chanting, and who's constantly studying the scriptures, and who's doing everything that is written in the scriptures, and who's, so his service to God is more from that angle. But a person who's saying, oh, I'm not so, I don't resonate with reading all these things, chanting, I don't resonate with all of these things, then you must be resonating with something in out of these four, because usually a person is resonating with any of these four. So a person may say, oh, I like to constantly be engaged in arts, music, and those kinds of things. That is where you have to show your duty towards God. So there the duty becomes practicing that music skill to the best, because your every music that comes out of your instrument or your voice or something is a service to God. So every duty is meant to make God happy, to serve God in the service of God, that God who is in everybody around the community. So duty is the way to connect to God, and in that duty, if you are genuine, if you are sincere, absolutely deep shraddha, deep, like no flaw kind of thing, then you'll already reach there. So, I mean, in Upanishads or something, there is one story where one Brahmin who used to think very highly of himself and all of that. Then I think I don't know, I don't remember the full story, but then somebody what was that story? I think he shows off in front of somebody and see, I'm so great, or something, and then he comes and then talks to somebody, and then that lady says, "Oh, you think that you are only great? Go see that person. You think you are only a great bhakt, is it? Go see that person." She sends him to a person's house who kills who kills or something like that. He's more of uh, that kind of person who's from a low caste in those days itself. So Shudra kind of thing, who's more into surveys and stuff like that. So when he goes there, he will actually see bright light coming from that person's house. And he'll see God there in right in his house. Then he'll say, how is this in your house? God is there. You don't do puja, you don't do this, you don't do that. You're not doing all. Then he says, hey, my work itself is worship. Because everything I'm doing for this person who's sitting within me, who's around me, who's in everything. So it's the more about the attitude. It's the attitude of how best you give in everything that you play. Or are you constantly expecting something back from it? If you're expecting something back from it, you are becoming a businessman. I want something back. So it is more about I'm a giver, and I'm the best giver. And be that best giver. So the genuinity of the activities that you do itself is worship. So develop that attitude. If you are not sitting for puja, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're not sitting, whatever, it doesn't matter. But are you busy 24 hours a day? or let's say 16 hours a day, are you busy? In that busyness that you're showing, are you doing genuine action there? Or again, are you being transactional in your approach? So if you're very transactional in your approach, then you are basically wasting your life. Wasting which means you're accumulating karma. So even if a person is, even in the Shastras, they say that if a person is a person genuinely busy or is he lazy? So you will know whether you are actually lazy or you are genuinely busy with your regular activities. If you're genuinely busy with your regular activities, you have to take care of a household, you have to go to your office, all of that is a genuine busyness. In that, are you able to worship? Yeah, why don't you choose every opportunity to worship God? That who is within you. Because ultimately, unless we are, the self-realization means realizing that God is within me only. And unless we realize God within us, we cannot realize the God within our reality. So first the job is to realize that God within us. And that self-love and all of that people are speaking about is all this is the journey to that self-love. As of now, if you go and choose self-love from ego, it is called ego. It is not going to work because you'll always be unhappy there also. So that was about Manasa's question about self-love. And I think this is somebody else's question. I have listened to these classes, but then I've collected too much since childhood. So I have to let all of these things as of now, it's becoming full. So it's disturbing my present. I'm listening and can understand also well as all is connected to me, but not practicing forgiveness and never worked to clean all the old stuff. Basically, now I don't want my husband to correct me because unrealizingly I started wanting appreciation from him. See, when we want from life all the time, no, that means that we are coming from a place of lack. And this whole journey is about realizing who we are, not changing who we are, realizing who we are. And today, let's say I am my existence is, let's say, my personality is equal to A. In the next moment, my personality will be equal to B. In the next moment, it will be equal to C. I may look the same, I may be the same, I may do majorly everything the same, but my awareness levels or something might have changed. Who is making me go from A to B to C? God is giving me that shift. So the whole thing is never to change, because you are not the change maker here. You can't change yourself. You can only see who you are in that moment. And oh, I am this person, is it? Oh, I have these qualities, huh? Because God is a person who knows himself to that infinite level. God is the only one who knows himself to that infinite level. Who is he? Like when you read Vishnu Sahasranama, he will say Vishwam, Vishnu, Vashatkaru, all that they say. There is a different meaning to God in that. Do I know who I am in that context? No, I don't know who I am. So if you have to know yourself, obviously you need to know every part of yourself. No. So that is being shown to you. Tomorrow, rather, if that Param Brahma is, the nature of Param Brahma is being shown or is being chanted in the form of Vishnu Sahasranama, someday you also should know who you are, no? So this whole self-realization thing is about, who am I? What am I? Today, can you tell who you are? What you are? Really? I don't know who I am, what I am, but it's being shown to me. Let me understand who I am. That's all. There is no good, bad, ugly, or anything in this journey. It's all about, this is who you are. This is what you accumulated as nature, as habits. This is what you've accumulated. If something is not working for you, it will be shown to you by these POSEs. then just detach from that. That's all. Don't water that part of yourself. It will still be there within you, but it will be like a plant that is dead, a plant that is dry, a plant that is unused. It is not growing, it is dry, right? But it is still existing because there is nothing like non-existence in the cosmos. It will not disappear from the cosmos. Let's say you lost one keychain or something. Did it get lost from the cosmos? It did not get lost. It just got lost from your awareness. That's all. It is there somewhere. Similarly, if you have a bad habit, that bad habit, when it is shown to you, you just have to acknowledge that I have the bad habit. And oh, somebody showed me this bad habit. Somebody wanted to show me this. Somebody did not show me this. When you're constantly craving for that attention, you are watering that sense of lack that you already have within you, which means you're growing that plant more and more. You're growing it. It will continue to become a tree someday, and you'll have a big pose who's going to come and give you big lessons. So, which is what comes from our family, typically, our husband, our children, all these close people that we have, they have come to show us our big trees, which has become like a banyan tree. So, years and years, the trunk of that tree is fat. So, which is why they need constant exposure to us. Rather, we need constant exposure to them. Otherwise, we can't chop off that tree. We can't detach from the tree. So, don't water a part of you that is shown by the pose. Don't react. Let it be. It will never go away from you. The whole point is it will never go away from you. Get out of that misunderstanding that it will go away from me. I need to make it go away. It will remove. There is nothing called remove in this system. Okay, please understand, there is nothing called removal of any bad habit also. It is just that you stop practicing it. You stop working on it. You stop giving attention to it. You are not paying attention to it. You are not watering that part of it. That's all. Tomorrow it will just get submissed. What do you say? Suppressed or whatever it is. It's not exactly called suppressed, but it is more dormant in nature. But if something has to become dormant, something else has to be replaced with that. It can't be empty. If you defocus on something, you have to focus on something else. And that focus is typically God or duty mindedness. So initially we have to be duty minded because many of us may not be in a position to love God, understand God, or even like God, because that culture may not have come in our society or in our household, or that inclination also may not be there. But the develop the work, the attitude of being Shraddhavan, or the sincere, or diligent in your work, whatever work that you do, as a father, as a mother, as a daughter, like be 100% loyal to that work. Give it your best. That is worship. See, these are some of the skills that we have to learn. Whether God is in our life or God is not there in our awareness, we have to develop this. This much we can do, no, because everybody is definitely working on something or the other. So chanting, inting and all comes later. If you are not interested in chanting today, don't chant. So don't chant. But definitely you should put that thing to make your day-to-day interactions and day-to-day minute matter. You need to, get back points from anything that you spend in terms of existence on earth. This body has been taken just so that you can maximize whatever comes from this life on earth. And that awareness of loving God, connecting to God in form of other rituals and all that will eventually come. But before that, you have to be service-minded in nature. Initially, typically, a person comes from the root chakra to the other chakras. So which means he's more activity based, he's more service minded, he's using his hands and legs for service. So in that service itself, be duty minded, rather be shraddhavan, be disciplined, and all of those things. Have a great work ethic. Okay, that is understood. Then over a period of time, then you'll develop this attitude of what I can give back to the community from my skills. Then you'll become that Vaishya. You'll become a little more conscious of going from just them to what do I have within me that I can actually give. So it will become like that, more service minded in nature and not accumulating kind of thing. Then you'll eventually become, how can I protect? How can I serve people more than this? So you'll become more of a fighter, a warrior, a more of that kind of roles a person has. You are more in a activity kind of mode. Then you'll think beyond and you'll say, I am going to work on myself and I will generate the light from within me. And that is where that Brahmin nature is going to come, where a person is constantly focused on thinking about God, doing about God, pleasing God, being happy for God. All of that, God will come in every part of his equation, every part of his life. Like he's living and breathing for God. It will come. We should not force any of these growths. Whatever consciousness we are in, we have to accept that and get the best returns from that. And that best returns is by giving the best in each role that we play. And to be very honest, most of us are in that service minded level only yet. We are all in that Shudra level only yet. We are not in that knowledge of God level yet, if you ask me. So, which is called Karma Yoga in Bhagavad Gita, first 6 chapters, where God is saying, be service oriented in every service that you do. Just give your best. Don't expect any returns from that. Find joy in your duty. That is what he's saying. That's all. So let's focus on those first 6 chapters. And just over time, the next 6 chapters will automatically happen to us. Because when you've mastered the first 6 chapters, second 6 chapters will be like a blessing, it will come to us. Bhakti. Then when bhakti has come nicely, then what will happen? Knowledge also will come, jnana will come, jnana yoga chapters, next 6 chapters will come. So only there are three 6 chapters in Bhagavad Gita, 3 sets. But without the first set, second set will not happen. Why will we get love for God? Why will we do bhakti to God when the first 6 chapters have not been understood? The first 6 chapters are always about service and getting to that service-minded attitude to the highest level. Imagine being a servant, the best servant. I'm sure we can all understand who is the best servant. So be that best servant. Be that best servant in all your activities. Be servant as a mother, be servant as a wife, be a servant as a teacher, be a servant as an office goer, be a servant when you're doing puja, be a servant when you are taking bath to yourself, you can be a servant. You do the best, give the best. Don't expect anything. In whatever capacity you think you can give your best, give your best. That is the highest form of worship. Okay, so expecting people to do things for us. I think this word expectations I've already explained like a lot in the last 3 classes itself. How it is like a gambling and how we are betting, all of that I've explained in very deep levels. Expectations, and expectations is like a loss of punya points, which means you are going down in that energetic state, or in the consciousness levels you are willing to trade your consciousness and go down. That is what expectation does to us. And in great detail, I've explained in the last 3 classes. So you have to do, see, sometimes no, knowledge is there. But I like this, but I don't like this. What can I do? It still keeps coming. My thoughts keep coming. What can I do? They will keep coming. That is the nature of your thoughts. It will not stay silent. Everything will keep coming. Triggers will keep happening. A lot of triggers will happen, especially when the consciousness is very low and baggage is very high. Because so much of junk has to be removed. If the house is very dirty, obviously a lot of work has to be done to clean up that house. Now, if the house is little dirty, then little work only you have to do to clean up the house. Correct? Same logic. If the house is with lot of attachments, it is very heavy. Your consciousness or your that conscience or that antakaranam is very heavy. What can you do? Life will bring you so much of triggers. Let them clean up, no? All that you have to do is just be like a Buddha, stay detached. Don't take anything personally. Somebody's scolding you, somebody's not appreciating you, somebody. Why should they appreciate you? Why should they treat you kindly? Why should they give you respect? Because I am, fill that gap. Because I am, I did, I am such and such a person. I'm so great. I'm such a saint. Or I am in this role. Oh, yeah, as a human being, they have to give me respect, right? Yeah, they have to give me respect. But what to do? According to my karma, maybe I don't deserve it. That's why it's not coming. What, like I said, whatever is happening in our life, whatever is happening in our life is actually happening correctly only. According to the maths of our karma, it is coming. Give and take of our karma, it is actually working. But I am not able to see it, no. Which is why we need knowledge, we need satsang, we need swadhyay, we need all these sadhanas, all of that, because I can't understand why all of this is happening to me. Once you understand, then you won't fight it. So wherever there is a knowledge gap, either fill the knowledge gap, I try to fill the knowledge gap and apply those teachings, or if you don't have time for that, just don't crib for it. Just leave it. Whatever is happening, yeah, it's supposed to happen, it's happening, that's it. Because how much ever you crib, how much ever you question life, it won't change. Because you are like a magnet who's attracting that. Your personality has certain, it needs certain lessons, it's coming. How can you run away from it? You can't run away from it. So that is where acceptance comes. Okay, yeah, whatever is happening is going to happen, is going to continue to happen. And this entire journey of acceptance and surrender and all is like an infinite thing. It will keep happening. How much ever you grow in consciousness after self-realization, before self-realization, after enlightenment, before enlightenment, this will continue. There is no end to this journey. Because from whatever level we are also, we can fall down to lower level of consciousness. We can fall. From highest state also, if we have gone to lowest state, we can fall. Because ego is there in everybody but God. In that Param Brahma state, there is no ego. In every other state, there is ego. And in our state, there is low level of ego, where we even don't know who we are. In at least the higher level of egos are there, where they know I am a soul, all that they know. But from there also, a person can fall, because there are imperfections in that level also. See, anything in Prakriti has doshas. Anything but God has doshas. So anybody who has imperfections can fall from any imperfect level to another imperfect level. And we are all imperfect. We cannot be perfect. So our journey is not to, if I get that state, then I'll be happy. No, you'll find some other state. Again, you'll have to work. We have to just keep going on with this journey of understanding who we are, because the end is God only. So imagine if the end is infinite, then there is no end to this acceptance and surrender. No. So why are we even thinking that there has to be an end? My husband should respect me, then there is an end. Once he respects me, then there is an end. No, so you'll find something else. You crib about something else. My husband is not doing this to me. Let's say he does that also. Then you'll tell my husband is not doing this to me. So there is no end to this journey because you have to understand yourself. You can't understand the husband, you can't understand children and all that in this journey. They are here to show only who you are. It's all a mirror. So don't go on this constant thing of I want to do this, but I'm not able to do this. This not being able to do this is also have to be accepted because you may not be in a level to even try that. So it will come someday, that also will come. Today, are you able to do something? Be happy with that. So forgiveness. So Shweta is asking about that forgiveness thing I wrote, right? So the discomfort, what we feel, either small or extreme from the pose, is it a combination of karmic debt, our own thoughts, horoscope, and Lord Krishna's assignments to us? People who believe in Kundali, they say has doshas, etc. How can a person's birth time decide his future? So the first part of the question, the discomforts that we feel and all of that, yes, it's because of our own limited baggages and other things, which are also called doshas, which are also called karmic imprints or whatever. All of that only. Because of that state only, they are coming and showing us, the poses are coming and showing us, these are the obstacles. Once you understand that you are the source of that obstacle, then you'll stop fighting with the world for that. You will not blame the world. You are not fighting with the pose or anything like that. So yes, and Krishna's assignments to us. There is nothing like Krishna's assignments to us. It's more about to remove those, to help us understand that we have those kind of doshas. Those kind of screens or those kind of movies are coming in front of us. If let's say in a movie reel, in a movie magnetic reel, some scenes and some data is present. How can I know it is there in that? If you see that magnetic reel like this, can we read it? Can we see any movie in that? No, but when that movie is projected onto a screen, then we are able to see it. So this projection onto a reel is called a POSE, is called a reality and all of that. So whatever is inside this reel, it is just being projected outside. So which is why it's called a mirror. Okay, so it's not about Krishna's assignment to us. It's more about, it's just showing us who we are. There is nothing like assignments here. Okay, we have rather whatever is automatically happening, the soul is aware of it. The soul, in the sense, the soul is always perfect, and the soul is now connected to a imperfect vessel, which is called the Jivatma, which is evolving and evolving and evolving and evolving. And that Jivatma is going through various episodes, life after life, just to get cleaned up, that's all. So when you talk about horoscopes and all that, how can a person's birth time decide his future? So when a soul chooses to be born in a certain body, to be born at a certain time, to be born in certain planetary conditions or whatever, because we are living in a coexisting universe. We are living in a universe where there are multiple energies that are around us. It can be planets, it can be people around us that we cannot see. Okay, it can be a lot of, let's say, sun, moon, and those kinds of effects on us, water bodies around us, air around us, so many things, the quality of air around us, everything will actually play an influence on all of these things. So how can a person's birth time decide his future? Means a person may be born in a certain time, because right from that birth time itself, the karma will start operating, no? Not just even from the womb itself, the karma will start operating. Because the mother is on earth, and when the baby is now has chosen a body, and now it's on inside the womb, there itself lots of suffering and other things will start. There only lots of experiences will start for that Jivatma. So decide his future. Nobody is deciding anybody's future. Nobody is deciding. Like I said, the horoscope may have anything. It is more about a if everything goes in the same direction, or if in this minute, if somebody is able to read your horoscope and say these things, it means that in provided all the facts remain the same, then this may be the potential future. But I'm sure things can change. Your response and reaction and everything can change in every situation. So typically, if you raise your consciousness, let's say, you realized about it. Now maybe you are now sitting and chanting. You are now understanding that I need to connect more to God. I need to be more diligent in my work. I need to see work as worship. I can't. Oh, why should I do this work? So many things happen like that. Let's say some assignment has come to you from, let's say, your office or something. But why should I do this work? Why can't they do this work? Or so, let's say in a particular household, some work has to be done. Now, let's say somebody has to fold the clothes. Why should I only fold the clothes? Why can't somebody else fold the clothes? And then you're like fighting and resisting and all that and saying, why can't you fold the clothes? Every day I fold the clothes. No, why can't you? So all of this is also something that you need. You'll have to then you'll then think, oh, I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to. Oh, this clothes are not folded. Let me fold it. Why? Because I feel that I saw this pile of clothes and I felt that it needs to be folded. So I'll go ahead and fold it. Why? Because it's also a part of my work. I'll see it as a part of my work. I'm not going to fight it. So it's more about a nice servant. If a nice servant is there in your house and then he doesn't, is he just doing the work that has been assigned to him? Or is he maybe doing something more that was never a part of his duties or accepted duties, but he's now become thinking that this is his house and then he's doing his work? Then there is so much more, what do you say, that X factor, or that amazing factor, or whatever you want to call it, right? That factor is already attached to that servant now. Hey, he is a great, like recently I saw somebody's post. They said, oh, he's this person who delivers our goods and other things from one place to another place. But he has a very nice attitude. He comes in time, and he also takes this extra effort of also lifting our stuff and then keeping it there in the destination. As a driver, he's not supposed to do that. He's only supposed to ferry from one place to another place, but he's also taking that extra. He's stretching himself, and he's lifting our objects, and he's going and keeping it in the delivery place. And not only that, he doesn't demand for any money. Sometimes when we are short of money and we are not giving him that money, he's willing to wait. See, these are the qualities that a person will notice. And then such a driver now becomes very good or very desirable for many people. They'll say in the qualities, he sees this driver, he has all of these positive qualities, then everybody will go and opt that kind of driver. So it's more like that. What is that X factor that you bring towards the table? So that is very important. How can, and this is not for show off. You can't say, see, I did this. The more you talk about what you're doing, no, you have already negated it. So it's the a person who is in that highest servanthood, no, he's not going to talk about what he did, but people will notice what he did, because he doesn't have to do tam about his own work. He's just doing it for the joy of it. But somebody else is noticing his work and they're like, oh my God, he has all of these qualities. He's doing this also, he's doing that also, and he's not talking about it also. Like in Sundarkand, Hanuman, Sita ji asks Hanuman, oh my God, you did this, you you are a monkey, and this as a monkey you came, you jumped such a big ocean, all of that you did. And so she'll describe his qualities, and she'll say, oh my God, you've done so much, you are so great and all that. Then he'll say, no mother, I am just one small monkey in that big army. God just chose to give me these qualities. That's why you can see all these qualities in me. But if God has given those qualities to so many other monkeys that are there in that Vanasena, I am just one small person. See, for me, no, I can't even comprehend the kind of attitude that Hanuman has. Because for us, in our head, that less and more, that more, this person has more strength, this person has more of this, that person has less of this, is very, very, what do you say, ingrained in our head. But when Hanuman can say, I am just a small monkey, when he clearly knows his own strengths and he clearly knows that is not there in somebody else, how can he even say like that? But he's saying like that, and he doesn't lie, and he's very genuine. So if a person has come from that level of genuinity, it means that they have already gone so far, which we are not even able to understand. So what I'm basically trying to tell is, you work on yourself, give the best sadhana that you can give towards life. Your doshas are already there, you can't remove them from you. But what you can definitely do is, from this moment onwards, you can definitely give the best to life. You can choose, at least intend to give. You may not give sometimes, you may give sometimes, but at least intend to be the best there without any expectations. Be selfless, be that best servant that you wish you can have. The next question, so whatever may be in your Jatakam, right? Do your sadhana, do your whatever connection to God. The more you are raising your consciousness, the more you love God, the more your love for God increases. The more you do things for the happiness of God, or without the equation of God also, the happiness, if you're able to become so selfless in nature and become so duty minded and servant, be the best servant without any expectations, there itself all your doshas will run away. Okay, the third question that she asked was, like one of the group members questioned, I too want to follow certain spiritual practices, but I'm not able to do. So this I spoke about, right? I spoke about duty mindedness and all that. So that is where it all ends. And one voice message we have got where she says that she was wishing the best for some family member, and she was always trying to say, let them get the best, let them get the best. But actually, when they got the best, now she's feeling jealous. So what is this whole feeling all about? So it means that when a person, if see, internally, maybe we are still business minded in nature when it comes to relationships, like how I sent about. So when we are still in that business minded relationship, in our attitude and other things, in relationships also, we may wish the best for them until they are non-threatening in nature, until they are not, what do you say, coming to trigger our cages. Once the cages are triggered, then it's very unlikely that you will show the same love, because we are still in that level. We are still in very much body consciousness. No, we are still into me, mine, how much am I getting, all that. So in that state, even the best that we wish for them, there is always some selfishness involved in that also. So take it with a pinch of salt. All the good things that we wish for somebody else, maybe there is some selfishness still within us. And when it is revealed to us, let us not be surprised, because it has come as a trigger. So if it shows that you are jealous, it is good, because that trigger is showing that there was jealousy within you. Yeah, what can you do about it? Yeah, there is jealousy within me. You can't hate yourself because there is jealousy within you. You can only acknowledge that, oh, there is jealousy within me. Tomorrow, when that jealousy again you feel when you see that person, let's say happily married, having children or something, then you can just tell yourself, oh, that jealousy factor that I'm feeling now is because of the limited beliefs I have. What those are, can I tell them in sentences? Ignore all that. Yeah, just that something is within me, which is why I'm seeing that bad feeling coming out like this. Yeah, what can I do about it? That bitter gourd is within me. That is why I'm feeling bitter in my mouth. I can't do anything about it. They are not bitter. I'm having that bitterness. So when the bitter gourd feeling goes away, then the bitterness also will go away. So just ignore. When life shows you jealousy, that you have jealousy within you, don't react to it. Why did I have jealousy? I should not have jealousy. I'm the saint who should not have jealousy. God is telling you, God, you are not yet saint also. You are still a Ravan. You have lots of all of these qualities. Let me show you one by one. Then when he shows you one by one, if you have to become a saint sometime in future, you have to accept that you are also a sinner. Understand, see, we will never be able to go beyond or transcend our qualities unless we know what we are in the first place. So jealousy is shown, okay, say okay, fine, that's it. No need to attach that to a pose. Disconnect the pose from that your mind at that time. Just think that, oh yeah, I had jealousy. Okay, fine, I have jealousy. What can I do about it? Nothing. I'll move on in my life. Yeah, that feeling, feeling is there, he has this, he has that. It's okay, ignore that feeling. That bad feeling I don't have. It's okay, stay with that. It's okay. It may feel uncomfortable, discomfort, all of that. It's okay. For few minutes it'll happen, for few days it'll happen, for few hours it'll happen. Let it happen. It's like that Karela going out from your body. It's like that bitterness going out from your body. Let it be. Wait for that bitterness to pass like clouds from inside you. It may take time. Some days,
Mita?
maybe few hours it will take. Maybe next time when it is shown, it may take few hours. Next time when it is shown, it may take few minutes. It's okay. How much ever bitterness is there, let it be shown, let it be shown, let it be shown. You stay with that bitterness. Don't fight with the bitterness. Don't fight with the pose also with that bitterness. Just let it pass. Okay? Okay. So
Mita,
Jeta's question has been answered. Yes. Oh no,
I
one more.
had a question in
Yeah, Kirti.
Kirti. This thing that you said, no, that bitterness when you feel. Now, what I want to understand here is this has been my constant battle. I'm okay to deal with that bitterness or pain or whatever that is. What I'm unable to understand or process or channelize is that bitterness, since I've held it for long, it manifests as anger or rage. Okay, I
Because you want to
clearly,
make it go away, no?
no, I don't want to. So what happens is when this thought comes, there is a series of thoughts that follow. Okay, like there's this constant that I'm telling here, it's okay. This is for my good. This is helping me evolve into this highest version of myself. I deserve this, and all of this dialogue I keep saying. So even in spite of me verbally saying that,
No, it's you're
there
looking
is
again like a benefit. See, there is no benefit here. You're not doing all
Mm,
these for benefits.
mm,
And all
mm,
of these are not coming for your benefit.
mhm, mhm,
See, again, there is ego, no? When you say, oh yeah, I'm doing this for my benefit, it is helping me. Why should you convince that there is benefit here?
mhm,
It is just
mhm.
showing you who you are.
Okay, okay. Mm.
This is who
So
I
okay,
am. So you're
yeah,
not fighting it anymore. If somebody
now I've
says that you are a boy,
Mhm.
will you accept it? No, you're not. But if somebody says you are a girl, you have this black hair, you have this kind of eyes, they are actually describing you. Ideally,
Mhm.
you should not be fighting about it. No, you should just accept, yes, my eyes are like this. Yes, my hair is black. Yes. So
Mhm.
there is no fight here. There is no benefit also in that. They're just showing you who you are. That's all. Which you did not know. Like I said, it was like in a magnetic tape, but now it is shown in a 3D movie or something. So when it is shown in a 3D movie, you should not be surprised.
Okay.
Because the knowledge is teaching you not to be surprised about it.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
can't
first I was doing this. Just a minute. I don't know your name. I'll let me just finish this and can I give it to you? So when first I used to say this is happening for me, first I used to be in that emotion. I used to get angry, so I used to do catharsis and all of that. Okay, that used to help me vent because I had so much of built up fibromyalgia and all that. So through a lot of practices, food, chakra cleansing, and like spiritually in a yogic way, not just through the Western style and all of that. So and a lot of other stuff. Now layers are passed by, but still that operating system is the same. So first is then I came to a stage where I used to say this is all happening for my highest good. Okay, all is well, everything is
What I'm
happening for
trying
my
to tell
highest
you
good.
is,
Yeah.
don't even go through that dialogue in your head, because we
Okay.
don't want to reason out with anything. Reasoning means adding more limitations to yourself. See, cooked up stories. Again, reasoning is a cooked up story.
Mm-hmm.
Who's saying it's right or wrong? Who can
Mhm.
can you prove whatever you're telling? This is because of this reason, that reason. Can you even prove it? You can't prove it. So why are you even going behind reasons? That reason is only trying to make your ego stronger. So what I'm saying is just accept things the way they are, that this is who I am. That's it. There is
So
nothing, there is no fighting about it, there is no argument, there is no analysis, there is nothing. It's like it is just silence after that.
but still, okay, now
As
what I've
long as
started
thoughts
doing
keep
is,
coming, you are fighting it, which means you're still not accepting that this is who I am. Why? Because I'm supposed to be somebody else, but I can't be this. Why? Because I've done all the spiritual work, I've done this, I've done that. This I've done, me, I've done. Where is the done? Who has done? You are not even this body, you are not even this person. Who has done all this? Nobody has done anything. You can't even claim all this as yours.
right. So now what I do is
You
I
are, it's
approve
like
of
we are
myself.
nothing. See, the whole idea to get to that highest state of zero ego is to basically come to an understanding that I am not nothing. I have no existence. I am absolutely zero. Can you even believe that? Can you even get to that state? I don't know.
Goal.
I don't know anything. I am nobody. I don't even know how to think. Only when somebody feeds me a thought, I will be able to understand that there is a thought coming. So, to that extent, you should feel that you are nothing. Then I want this, I can want this, I want that, life should be like this, all that will then end. When the me, want, I want this is how it should be, all that will end when you start to realize you are insignificant, that you are nothing, you don't deserve anything because you are nobody. No, I am this somebody, I deserve all this. Only when you understand, only when the ego thinks I have this existence. Where is the existence? Who is this person talking? What have they done to ask for all of these things? So these kind of multiple thoughts that just keep coming is because the ego thinks that I deserve life the way it is supposed to come, like this to me and all of that. So what I'm trying to tell is, triggers come to you to tell you this is who you are. If you see that you are whatever you think, yes, that is who you are. You can't fight it. You can't remove it. You have to just stay in that state silently. Yeah, okay. This is what okay, fine. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, more thoughts will come to tell you more who you are, more who you are. I accept that also. Accept that also, because we are not anybody. You may be this person, that person on earth. You may have this body is all that. Tomorrow, when this body dies, you are nothing again. Ego is thinking you are this person, that person. Tomorrow, that person will die. Then what? And who knows when we'll die? Tomorrow only I can die. Today also I can die. Next moment I can die. That also there is no guarantee. There is no control there also. So absolutely nothing is in our control, not even the thoughts that come to our head, including which thought comes to our head. If there is only one thought coming to our head, that is the only clarity we have. If there are two thoughts coming to our head, then there is a dilemma. then knowledge also will be shown to us only through this head only. So it is pumped inside us. There is no choice of what is going to be, what we are thinking also, there is no choice. I mean, it is, if you go and really question some of your entitled things about life, no, then you will realize, oh my God, I'm nothing. I have nothing in my control. So who is this person who says that I want this, I want that? Are they in control? Oh, it's all fake. It's all a fake assumption. So don't think that life should come to me like this. Nothing is supposed to be defined. All that they are telling you is, hey, I'm going to show you who you are. Just be silent, just watch, observe. That's it. Don't fight it. The moment, the more you keep fighting, obviously that quota of showing you who you are will now become more. Because you are still fighting. No, I am not this person. No, I am not this person. I am not this person. So don't fight. Because we don't know who we are, which is why we are shown who we are. Obviously, we are going from a I don't know to a place to I know. So let us go on that journey from a I don't know state only. There will always be I don't know state in every moment of your life. We will never go to I don't know state at all. Sorry, we will never go to I know, because that is an infinite state. There is always humility in saying I don't know. Okay, let me take the question from iPhone. Your good name? Oh my God, it's already 6:60. Yes, iPhone.
Hi, ma'am. I just logged in from the phone. So my name is Shweta. Yeah, my name is Shweta.
Oh, you're
So
Shweta. Okay.
yeah, it's me. So okay, I accept, I acknowledge XYZ emotion. So I should not work on releasing part, or
That is what is your sadhana, no? So there you are
Okay.
constantly, see, there are so many people who are not having time for sadhana, all that, which is where I told work itself is worship. That is also sadhana. Some people may have time for puja and other things, chanting. That is their sadhana. Some people may do chanting, but their mind is not in it. See, how much ever we get to do, no, that is based on our, level of awareness, level of consciousness. So much we have gone up. Then we are getting more opportunities to connect with God, knowledge to connect to God, all that. There are so many people who are not in the satsang. So what we have today is based on our merits. What we are able to do today is also based on our merits. So whatever life we have is also based on our merits. And how are we getting these merits? By doing this constant, being good in the role that we play. By trying to do good. There are times when we have not done good. Just give me a minute. Let me open the door.
evening badita sacho.
Sorry. So that sadhana you keep doing. Whatever you are able to do, you do. But beyond that, we still have to, it's like two separate equations. I'm going to continue to do my job, and what comes to me has to be followed with acceptance and surrender. This can't change. God is only going to help us go through this journey in a, more aware state. But that the karmic issues that we have, no, we have to still go through that. There is no, we can't escape that.
No matter how much sadhana. I mean, no matter how much.
Sadhana is only helping us to see this karma that we are getting in
With
a more
awareness.
positive way. That's all. And when we see it in a positive way, we will not feel it as difficult. It will not be a struggle. That's all sadhana is doing.
Like there are like spiritual practice like Ho'oponopono or Reiki, or religious practice like travel to some temple and do puja. Like sometimes it will be less expensive, and sometimes it will be like more expensive. So all these things are again limited belief. Okay, if I do Reiki, if
None
I do
of them are
Hatha,
limited beliefs. They are all just tools. Different
tools. Okay.
tools. Some people may connect like that to God. See, where you feel surrendered, some may feel surrendered by doing Ho'oponopono. Some may feel surrendered by going to temple. Some may feel
Mhm.
surrendered. So each of us are different. Each of us are made in a different way. The way we think is in a different way. Our composition of this Jivatma is in a different way. No. So I may resonate with doing some activity and feeling connected to God, be feeling surrendered to God. So there are different paths that are there. None of the paths are wrong. Every path will lead to God. But who connects on that path depends on each different person. None of them are wrong beliefs. But one item may not apply to everybody.
Mm.
Which is why we have so many saints coming and teaching different tools. But all the tools are ultimately leading to the same Paramatma. So what tool you apply really does not matter.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like just one last question. Actually, my daughter is born in Ashlesha Nakshatra. So, I mean, yeah, she's near to 3 years. But when she was born, there was a lot of Ashlesha Nakshatra, this, that, blah, blah, blah. We did puja. But suddenly, sometimes I forgot. I feel I forgot about it. But sometimes, if astrology or horoscope comes from my friends or anything, oh, then I remember. Oh, Ashlesha Nakshatra. Do I need to do something more? Do I need to do this,
See,
that?
it's again, there are lots of belief around Ashlesha Nakshatra. They say that, okay, such a person will have to be married to a family where there is no mother-in-law.
Mhm.
Okay, so then you'll be, it means that, it was actually seen as what do you say, not a great nakshatra because, the mother should have already died or the mother will die. If such a person is married to a family, then so some stories would have happened in the past where maybe they would have noticed that when such a person with such a nakshatra came, the mother-in-law has died. She may have died for various other reasons, but it got connected like this as a community belief, and that may have been carrying on. But irrespective of anything, don't you think that soul has chosen to be born with that nakshatra? With that knowledge only, she would have chosen to be born like that to parents like you. So look at everything as triggers. It will make your life easy. Look at everything from a perspective of this is a pose and it is triggering this within me, and this is a limited belief that I have. I'll just stop watering it. When you apply this process to everything in life, it will go faster. Don't go into the drama. Once you go into drama, you'll get fully occupied, you will get fully, what do you say, surrounded by the drama. You can't get out of it. It's an entanglement. It's Maya. When you apply process, no, you are not thinking from Maya perspective. You are more surrendering to Maya. Maya is like a Durga. Okay, you can't win Durga. You can only surrender to Durga, accept Durga. She will show all sorts of drama to you because you are a person who believes it. For a believer, she will make them run around in circles. For a person who understands that I'm going to go around in circle, I will now surrender to her. I will just accept whatever she's saying because I know that it is all within me. Then she will not make you run around in circle. She will help you progress. She will show you, take you, handhold you and take you to God. But she's the one who will make you run around in circle and never make you reach God. If you are so apply process all the time. 24 hours apply only process. Which is apply process, stay diligent with your work. I mean, whether you worry about her Ashlesha Nakshatra or no, how do you know what will happen to her in future? Even let's say you worry. You lost all your, let's say, karmic points, all that you did. But now, tomorrow what will happen? You have no control. So what's the use of worrying about, when it comes, I'll see. Just take it like that. So at least by the time her marriage comes or something, at least you'll be good at applying process if you have done starting from right now. then see, my mother was in Ashlesha Nakshatra. And automatically she got married to a family where my father's mother was not there. She had passed away when my father was very young, which is why I know about it. So what I'm saying is matchmaking will already be there. Why do you have to worry? And she will very well know, and she will very well, rather, her soul plan has already been made with or without your knowledge. So why should you worry? Whatever happens in her life is according to plan. But all you need from her is triggers, because you have all these limited belief systems, which you are scared, fear. See, we want the best for our children, but we can't protect them from anything. We can't make them fit to our belief systems. It will not work. They are only here to show you your limitations, but they will get their own karma. They will suffer also. You can't do anything about it. It is their journey. The way your mother saw you suffering and she can't do anything about it, the way you can also see them suffering and you can't do anything about it. It is the way life happens, and people have chosen to come here just to work on all of these things. It's the way life is. Okay, did I answer your question?
Yeah. When I don't know what is the learning, I should leave it to God and okay.
We don't have to know the learning. We just have to accept when it is shown to us. That's all. That itself is learning. Accepting will take you to a higher level consciousness, and that higher level consciousness already has a syllabus of knowledge. So if you have to go to that level of knowledge, you have to stay in acceptance. That is like passing. Acceptance is pass certificate. When you pass, you will go to next level. In that next level, automatically knowledge is there. It's like automatically data download, like it will happen. Knowledge is automatically downloaded, or it is already there, but it is opened, like some locker account is now chucked, it is opened inside your consciousness. Now automatically all that knowledge is available to you. No, from a lower kind of consciousness, how can you learn knowledge? You can't learn knowledge. Every knowledge is already within you. It has to get unlocked. And for that unlocking to happen, you need to go to a higher consciousness. And for that higher consciousness for you to go, you have to just stay in acceptance of the previous consciousness or the current consciousness. Okay, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hema's question, I think I already answered. Then the last question, please excuse me if I'm taking a few more minutes, because this came to me when I was in vacation itself. So I think she was asking, I'm regularly following your group and all of that, but I'm not listening to the class recordings, which I was doing every day before. Is it because I'm procrastinating, or is God wanting me to experience more to become more mature enough to start listening to the good knowledge of the classes? So like I again told you, if you don't have time, if you have small kids and you really find it hard to make time to come and listen to the classes or even the recordings, and genuinely you feel like that, make work your worship. You are playing so many roles in your life. Worship, follow the karma yoga in all of those roles that you play, which is absolutely servanthood. Be the servant, be the loving servant that serves the master. The master is whoever you are working for. Okay, maybe children, maybe husband, whatever. If you can't do that also, then like I said, it is in that level itself, you have to still grow. Then God and other things will eventually happen. So like I said, first service, first servant. We have to literally be a good servant, even if there is no master called God. So I would say that if you're having no time, don't forget about procrastination or whatever it is. Accept that also. Yeah, I'm a procrastinator. What can I do about it? Nothing. Can you change yourself? If you knew how to change yourself, you would have automatically become a superhero by then. I mean, person who's like super diligent with everything, but you're not doing, no, which means you can't change yourself. You can only accept yourself. That is what it is. No, I told you, right? We are just shown who we are. What we are, we can't change. So if you don't like it, learn to be okay with it. I'm able to see things differently and trying to take away my expectations on people, but at times it comes out like a torrent. When I do accept, I do feel calm, which wasn't there before, but I don't know why I went out suddenly at some big trigger. I need to get deeper in the classes, perhaps. See, this reactions will continue to keep happening, and especially with our closer relationships, we have big things to work on, or we have big attachments, we have big belief systems, we have grown them like a tree, like a banyan tree. We have like literally poured water, manure, all kinds of thing and made it a big tree. And for us to detach from the big tree, this close relationships are in our house. And then, to be very honest, I think these reactions with the close relationship will continue to keep happening, but then it's the work of many years. It will not happen in months also. It will take many years for the banyan tree for you to detach from such banyan trees. And like that, we are working on many banyan trees from one pose. So which is why we have a long relationship with them, especially husband or wife. So don't expect yourself not to react or anything, because we are not there yet. Habits will automatically come out. For habits to change, improve your work ethic, raise your vibrations constantly. Like I said, do your sadhana. Like I told you in this recording, do your sadhana and in all your roles. And whatever is shown to you, accept it. There are areas where you're not in acceptance, you will react, you will do all that. It's okay, accept that also. Yeah, I'm still not in 100% acceptance, which is why I'm still reacting. Okay, fine, what can I do about it? Nothing. Fine, go to next moment. That's it. Chill. See, for example, I think despite all of these things, when I had switched on the geyser today morning, and then I was in a hurry because I had to take my mother-in-law to a doctor, and then my husband had gone off to the bathroom. I was like, "Oh, I had already switched on the geyser. Why did you go? You knew that I'm going." I told him all this. But then, uh, after I told him all this, I then got the awareness. Oh my God, why? I mean, this experience is automatically happening. It was a trigger. So I just saw this as a trigger to see that I'm still not in acceptance of life the way it comes, because the pose is not responsible for all these things. He did what he thought was right? So, and then, yeah, I can go obviously ask sorry, but will that change anything? Not much. But I just accepted that I have that, I reacted, which means I'm still not in 100% acceptance. Yeah, what can I do? I can only say, okay, fine, and move on, which means whatever sadhana I will do in some future, I will be probably not so reactive. I can wait for that future. That's all. I can't do anything more than that. I can't sit and crib also. Why did I shout? All that. That's all. I can't do anything more about reactions. You can only understand where you stand based on your reactions. I keep reprimanding my 6-year-old, and okay, so he feels that I'm like maybe a mother who's constantly scolding and all of that. So, like I said, when you are constantly chasing some other state of living and you are resisting, let's say in your past, you were this great spiritual person who had time for chanting, who had time for these temples and all that. It was very nice, alone. But then when a lot more responsibilities came to you, did you use your sadhana? See, when we do get all of these opportunities to do all this sadhana for God, it has to strengthen us, so that when responsibilities and other challenges are thrown at us, or it comes to us because of our own karmic imprints, we should use that strength ideally. Instead of saying, I will want to continue to be in this state, I don't like to be in this busy state. We can't do that. Like, can you say the ocean is full of waves and this kind of wave only has to come? the higher wave should not come, only lower wave should come. We can't demand life to give such kind of things in a ocean. So like that, some in my own clients itself, so many different stories when they bring their own life stories when they bring to me, I've clearly seen that if their parent period, when they're living with their parents, when it was absolutely perfect, when they are now living with their in-laws and their husband and all that, it will be absolutely imperfect, which means there'll be a lot of challenges. Why? Yeah, there has to be some stable stage, and that's from that stable stage you are now able to go to a, let's say, a stage where you're handling a lot of challenges. It's not like this also is bad, this also is bad. With very few cases I've seen this is also challenging, this is also challenging. Such a soul is pretty brave for having such a roller coaster across their life. But there will be stability somewhere to hold on to, more like an anchor. So it's okay. I would say that ups and downs will come in our life, but I would say don't expect anything from any part of their life. Like if in another case, everything was rosy in for a person who did not have a child, and then they went through all the nature cure and other things, and they also had a child, and now child has happened. Everything was good living abroad. Like it was like a heaven kind of state. Now something happened, and then they had to come back to India, and the person went into depression, the person had health issues. Why? Anxiety to come to India, to stay with relatives, to stay with in-laws. So much of anxiety. So I want to stay here only in this abroad place. I don't want to come to India. How much of fighting a person can do? So much only. Because India happened. Now all that they can do is, oh, I hope India treats me well. I said, no, life is not here to treat us well. We are doing our sadhana so that we can actually see how to see everything is well with me, irrespective of situations. That is what sadhana is, that everything is happening well with me. In the past, I thought it is not well because I did not have knowledge, but now knowledge has come to me, but now I'm able to see that, yeah, everything is well. It doesn't mean that there are no challenges, less challenges, more. Irrespectively, everything is well. That is where we are going to. That state of mind has to come. And that is a journey. Okay. So I would say that keep doing your sadhana and don't, at least when you're learning something from the group, no, learn to accept, learn to work on your acceptances, drop your likes and dislikes. See, the first thing that we have to learn is to become a servant. And servant doesn't have the what do you say, option to have preferences in their life. A servant doesn't. Not today's servants, no. I'm not talking about generally. A servant word doesn't have the right to say, I want this, I want that. So you need to learn to be that servant. So when we are learning to be that servant, we will, first thing that will go from our life is likes and dislikes. I don't like this. I like this. I want my son to be like this. I want my daughter to be like this. I don't want them to hit them. I don't want them to pinch them. Drop your likes and dislikes. Experiences will come to me through the poses to show me my triggers. I have to see my own flaws because everybody is a pose, whether you have one kid or two kids or whatever. Kids are not here for joy. Kids are not here for our pleasure. Kids are also our poses, and all that they are doing is showing our own imprints. They are nothing but, there is no difference between a person outside your house and a person inside your house. One is showing you more, one is showing you less. That's all. No need to be attached to anybody, if you ask me. Even if you feel that they need to get the best in life, your wish will not be granted because you have no right to ask that also. So either way, we have all of these preferences in our life. First, that has to go. So likes and dislikes have to drop. If that is not dropping, then suffering will anyway be there. Yeah, we'll keep suffering until we learn to say, oh yeah, I think let me start applying the teachings because it's like choking me. If a person is angry with us for some reason, they won't let us know, but has completely shut down from us. Will acceptance and surrender work here? If somebody is angry on us and they're showing that they're angry on us, what can you do about it? Just leave them alone. You going and dancing in front of them may not make things better. Your ego doesn't want anybody to be upset with you. Everybody has to be happy with you. Everybody has to be appreciating you. Everybody has to be nice and harmony, all that. No, but if somebody is in a state that you don't like, you can't change that. We can only accept that and say, okay, when they are let me leave them. When things are well, they will only come out. Maybe at that time when they have the mood, then I'll also say sorry. If you are in the mood to say sorry, you can say sorry if you think it's a mistake, whatever. I mean, relationships is when you in a husband and wife relationship, we are actually balancing our own male and female energies. Male energy, if I'm a wife, and male energy is reflected in my husband. My own male energy is reflected in my husband. And my feminine energy obviously is within me. I can only feel it within me, right? So I am just balancing my own male and female energies. And the more I think that they are all my energies only, then only we'll be in harmony. You can't fight with your husband. You can't fight with your own self. Give me this, give me this. Where? That has not even been balanced. So why will it be balanced outside? It has to be balanced inside. No, then that acceptance will take you to that place of balance. Okay. So I hope I've answered most of the questions. And I'm going to stop here. It's been a lot. Okay, sorry. Thank you so much. To the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones. We thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you. Sorry for really going overboard. I just wanted to answer all the questions because they've been there for 2 weeks in my inbox. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Smita.
Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you,
Hope nothing
Smita.
was there in the chat. Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry for this, let's say, lengthy recordings. Roshni was asking me to make small videos and reels and all that. Sorry, I really don't have time for that because I have to spend a lot of time editing and doing a lot of work on social media. As of now, I'm not willing to spend so much of time on social media. So, okay, thank you so much.